Well, it's freaking cold. We just had a terrible storm go through all day. I'm sure most of the East Coast is getting it. A lot of other people getting it worse than we are. I want to point out a couple of things today. It was a good end of the day. Just to let you see that. Why did I paint the wheel red, you ask? Because it fits. You see, there's the ball joint that's been an issue. You can see how much more space is in that. So this is a 17-inch wheel on this Ford Crown Victoria, and it should be all right. I was just wanting to see what that red looked like on there. The car's gonna be yellow and then white with blue, accents. I figured the red would be a nice contrast. Another thing I want to talk about is we've been talking a lot about the cost, and so this was a wrecked car. It was totaled, and it was hitting the left front pretty bad. It still ran, drove. Frame's probably bent, but we'll find that out when we get up on the dirt, I guess. But it's supposed to, for me, this has to be a budget racing experience as much as I could possibly keep it. And I dug out my old race suit from 100 years ago, and it was a single layer cheap race suit, and of course obviously it's probably not rated anymore. I was a lot younger then and just was impulsive and bought whatever the racing catalogs, racing magazines advertised, and I didn't realize that a single layer suit really only gives you 3 seconds to get out of the car, and they cost a lot more now than they had. I think for a decent suit it's like $200 for a single layer for 3 seconds. Now a double layer, multi-layer, supposed to give you 10 seconds, which we're talking seconds, and a lot can happen in seconds. But majority of the high dollar double layer suits are just out of reach for anybody on a budget. I mean, I'm just trying to get the car on the track. And I remember we used to work racing work boots, and now we have to have race suit shoes, so there's another $100. You have to have gloves, so there's another $100. You got to have a race receiver, so there's another $100. And you got to have a transponder. You can rent one for $20 each time you go over to the track, but with the 5 races, there's $100. And the harnesses, and they're talking fire suppression. It's a lot. And so there's an outfit in towards Charlotte, and they actually sell secondhand race suits. They're suits that are worn by the NASCAR guys and or Indy guys or the Truck Series, and they, the sponsors made up one set of, colors or schemes or whatnot, or they change sponsors, and these people buy them out and resell them. And for the cost of a single layer suit, I bought a second-hand suit that is double layers. And it has all the, it has a bunch of sponsorship on it, but it looks like a race suit. And sometimes, you just got to think about it. To spend $200 on a single layer suit that gives you 3 seconds, that is just like all blue or all red or black, and doesn't have anything on it, or spending $200 on a used custom made suit that was made for somebody else, and it gives you 10 seconds. It's a safer outfit. I'm a proud person, but I think sometimes you have to be smart and budget conscious. If I do well and I get sponsors and they want to pay for a custom made suit, great. I'm not paying $1,500 per race suit. It better be, intercooled or something, because I just can't do it. This is a hobby. And it has to be a hobby. It cannot dominate my expenses. It's starting to get dark out here. That outfit they're out of Lowell, North Carolina. They had a size that fit me. I thought it was going to be a little bit too short, but it fit perfect. I would much rather wear a secondhand suit and that has a higher safety rating than to be so proud that you spend the same amount for a lesser suit. So just gonna share that tip, and I'm really glad that I got those wheels. Now it's just tires.